here we are with a little bit more Generation Wrestling here in TW, as we are at Generation Wrestling Emergence 2019. This is going to be quite a big show indeed. We're going to have the main event be Eddie Kingston take on Adam Cole. If Adam Cole wins, he becomes the first two-time Generation Champion. First two-time champion in Generation Wrestling, full stop. Yukon Creed will also be taking on Blackwell Slasher for the tag team titles. Then we will have a triple threat match for the Vancouver Championship as Joe Hendry goes up against Scotty Mac and Sean Defy. We'll also have a few more matches thrown in there as well, which you will see in just a minute. So we can expect 226 fans to turn out for this one. I'm hoping to have more though, but let's go ahead and run the show anyway. So we open up the show here in front of 247 fans. Not bad indeed, not bad indeed. As in a bout with fantastic heat and great wrestling, Kyle O'Reilly goes over on Alan Stevens here in 13 minutes 7 seconds by pinfall after hitting him with a brainbuster. 57 rated segment there. The announcing job was pretty weak. This was better announcing and better colour commentary. Got the show off to a strong start, and the match got the crowd hotter. 53 rated MM performance there by Alan Stevens and a 76 by Kyle O'Reilly, so that's not too bad indeed. Alan Stevens is improving in performance goes. Kinda don't really care about him, to be honest. He's here to take a loss against Kyle O'Reilly, and that's about it. But we'll go on to the next segment here with Kyle O'Reilly as he proclaims that no matter the result of the main event tonight, he is going to be coming after Adam Cole when it's all said and done, for costing him his chance at his rematch for the Generation Championship. So, because if you remember to the last event, Adam Cole interferes in that match, and as a result, it ended as a draw. So this is him sort of saying that he's going to get revenge on Adam Cole. But yeah, we'll go on to the next segment here. Not a bad segment there. So Moose gets his first match here in the company. It's a 41 rated segment. And about that had decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Moose goes over on Billy Squared in 6 minutes and 43 seconds by pinfall. This is the first of many wins for Moose, who starts his who debuts his dual sports star gimmick and gets an initial rating of average. But this match got the crowd hotter. 49 MM performance there by Moose, pretty damn good, and a 19 for Billy Squared. Nobody improved though, was kind of hoping Billy Squared would. There's a 41 rated match then, not too bad indeed. Then we'll go into the next match here as Yukon Creed take on Blackwell Slasher, and about that had decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. We have Yukon Creed go over on Blackwell Slasher here in 13 minutes 28 seconds when the King of Yukon defeats Steve Blackwell by submission, and as a result Yukon Creed win the Generation Tag Team Championships. Cremata von Stasher and the King of Yukon were off the game. A 30mm performance there by Steve Blackwell. 27 for Cremata von Stasher, 33 for Nelson Creed, and 24 for the King of Yukon. And Nelson Creed improves in his rumble skills, so not too bad. 33 rated segment overall. I'm happy enough with that one there, and Yukon Creed are the new Generation Tag Team Champions. Then we go into the next segment here where they celebrate their championship win. We go over to our second title match of the evening as Joe Hendry defends his title against Sean Defy and Scotty Mac, and about that decent match. And from the crowd but subpar wrestling, we have Scotty Mac go over on this here one as he defeats Joe Hendry and Sean Defy in 16 minutes 25 seconds when he was able to get the submission finish here against Joe Hendry. Once again, it didn't come up in the. Oh no, sorry, it did come up. Scotty Mac was able to lock in that submission hold when Christina Fonelli distracted Joe Hendry, and as a result, Scotty Mac becomes the second Vancouver champion. Now, the reason why I decided to give it to Scotty Mac was because I wanted to pass the title on to someone else, and just give it to someone else in that sort of mid card / upper mid card region of the card. And the reason why I gave it to Scotty Mac and not Sean Defy is because Scotty Mac is the local boy. So yeah, 29 in-ring performance there for Joe Hendry, at 34 for Sean Defy, and a 26 by Scotty Mac. So that's not bad there. I'm happy enough with that. Scotty Mac is your new Vancouver champion. We go into the next segment though, when we see Adam Cole backstage, who's warming up. After spotting the camera, he gets up from, I don't know, like doing push-ups or something, and proclaims that he will become the first ever two-time generation champion. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of what happens there in that 66-minute segment. Not a bad way to segment into our 57-minute main event. Not too bad indeed. And about that had fantastic heat and good wrestling. Adam Cole goes over in this match here against Eddie Kingston in 24 minutes by pinfall after hitting the Florida Key. Adam Cole becomes the first ever two-time generation champion. Now, originally I was not going to have Eddie Kingston drop the title, but I decided, you know what, let's pass the title on here to Adam Cole, and we can build the story of him being the second, the two-time generation champion. This match deserved better announcing and better colour commentary. 70 mm performance by Adam Cole, not bad, and 47 by Eddie Kingston. Also, since we're paying Adam Cole so much money, I thought, you know what, we might as well make it worth something and give him that title. For now anyway, he could drop that at any time. Eddie Kingston only had the title for a few months. Well, say a few months, almost half a year he had that title. He had it since September time, so and he could drop that. Adam Cole could drop that title at any time, and he has not been scheduled yet, but at some point he will be going up against Kyle O'Reilly once again. I know they've had a lot of matches together, but it seems to just be a feud that works. But we will be moving them on soon enough, and we will have one big blow-off match between Eddie Kingston, Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. But then we go into the next segment here as we see Adam Cole celebrate his big title win. So not only was he the first ever generation champion, he won the Canadian Cup, and he is our first ever second time generation champion. So he's doing pretty damn well for himself. He's doing well in the company. Let's end the show there. 51 minutes match there overall, and this show increased our popularity in 45 regions. In a very good show there, very good show. I'm happy enough with that one. Let's go ahead and make a speech though. Adam Cole has to be praised. Eddie Kingston, you dropped your title. Let's point you as a good example, and we'll go for Kyle O'Reilly as well. Now, you know what, Moose, you're the new guy. Let's go with you. So Adam Cole told that he's awesome. Let's point Eddie Kingston out as a good example, and praise Moose for a great performance. Adam Cole was praised, as was Eddie Kingston, and Moose only seemed praised. So that was a good show there, and yeah, so I decided to give the title back to Adam Cole, and I will be having him on a lot more matches, or having him in a lot more matches probably this year, and we will be moving him away from the Kyle O'Reilly Eddie Kingston feud. Of course, we can always come back and do matches between them at certain times, because they are, at the end of the day, they're three of the top guys in the company. Eddie Kingston and Kyle O'Reilly are top baby faces in the company, so you know, obviously that is always going to be a big match for us. Time to Heal, Adam Cole, and a .03 TV rating, so we'll see how much people actually watch that on YouTube. And 27,000 people watched that on YouTube. That's fantastic to see. Now let's compare that with our last show, which had 23,000 viewers. Well, 24, let's say, round up to. So you know, we're doing very, very well indeed, and I couldn't be happier with our progress so far. So that's 12 importance there in British Columbia. Let's go with popularity though, and 8 in Alberta, 6 in Northwest still, 4 everywhere else in the US, so which is good to see. So yeah, we're growing fast, so we are, and I'm happy to see that we are growing and continuing to make more and more money, and hopefully we will continue to go forward in the save and continue to grow more as a company. Let's auto push though, and we'll do a roster overview. Main event is Arn Stevens, Eddie Kingston, Kyle O'Reilly, and Adam Cole. Arn Stevens will be leaving though. Upper mid card red tight is Nelson Creed, Moose, and Sean Defy. Our mid card consists of the King of Yukon, Jonathan Gresham, Scotty Mack, Colin Delaney, Steve Blackwell, and Cremator Von Slasher. Our lower mid card then is Billy Swede, Tony Baroni, Joe Hendry is in the lower mid card now, and Artemis Spencer. So I guess that loss there in the triple threat was a big one, but not to worry too much. What we'll do is we'll put him up against Arn Stevens in a match, and we'll job Arn Stevens out to him. Cole Bishop and Dan Myers is our openers, and announcement talent Pete Paz. So that's what we'll do. We will job Arn Stevens out in the next on the next show. So let's go ahead and schedule in another show, which will be Generation Wrestling 14. Generation Wrestling 14, and we won't do the rematch between Scotty Mack and Joe Hendry just yet. I want to put it off as long as possible. Let's go with February of week 2 calendar. Let's see. Yep, February of week 2 on the Sunday should do fine. 1 hour long show, and see it. No special. Save and exit. And on that show we will have 2 pretty damn big matches. Well, I say 2 pretty damn big matches. No, actually, yeah, these are 2 pretty big matches. So we'll put Arn Stevens. Oh, he's already in, up against Joe Hendry to get him to climb back up the card again. And then we will put in another match here, a triple threat match between Adam Cole, Eddie Kingston, and of course Kyle O'Reilly, and that will be a big blow off match between the 3 of them. And then we can focus on giving Adam Cole some more opponents to go up against. Joe Hendry will definitely be one of those opponents though, soon enough. At Kingston, yep. Title match. And you know what, we'll go ahead and we will put in another tag team match. This will be the rematch between Blackwell Slasher and Yoke and Creed for the titles, so that will be a rematch. Yep, that's a pretty good card there. That is a pretty damn good card, and we'll go ahead and we'll throw in one last match here. Well, we will go boom, 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 boom. Enhancement talent. Pete Powers is an enhancement talent. We'll put in Moose in there. Go ahead to storylines. I should have selected to end this. Actually, no, we can we just alter? Yep, we can. 2-time champ, and because it's Adam Cole, we can go with the baby, because he's Adam Cole, baby. Only he says it with more enthusiasm. So, yep, we spent a lot of money on that show. 14 grand about there. No, actually about 15 grand about there. But it was worth it, and it was a very good show, and we will make that money back. We're making about 12 grand a month on sponsorships, which is insane. But that just keeps on going up and up and up, and hopefully we will get to the point where we can have 2 shows a month, which would be insane and amazing, and I can't wait to be able to do that. I'm also looking. Oh, we've moved up in our ranking, so let's go ahead and the company was, and we're at 27th now, so we are growing fast. And let's see, PWG, you are quite big, and it's going to take a long time to become bigger than you, but we will become bigger than you soon enough, because we are growing fast. Have I checked the size in this video yet? I think I have. I feel like it. Oh, important, sorry, that is a pop though. Yeah, pretty damn solid pop there. Very, very happy with that. And hopefully we just continue to grow and pop. Let's go ahead and look at our broadcasting options. Now there will be no extra broadcasters here, and I could almost guarantee it. Yep, told you. So hopefully at some point though, we will be able to get a deal with somebody like Full Slam, because I do think that would be a good deal to get for pay-per-views, well, for events in general, because that would just be a little bit more money coming in. Yeah, I think though, like, we should, I'd say if we upped our production quality, they would consider letting us put events on their network, and that's what we're going to do, because we are in a position where we are doing pretty damn well for ourselves. So I could afford that, 1,500 a month and 500 per show. So that's up to semi-pro now, and we're going to broadcasters, filter, yes. Okay, no, unfortunately not, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. What if we have another look here at production, live events? That'd be an extra 250 per show. I can afford that. Okay. Well, how much would this here be extra per show? See, that's quite a bit. 1,000 extra. I can take it for the production values, but not this is how much is it to downgrade? 750. That's okay. It's just to know it's an option. Let's go ahead and look at our broadcasters again, then, in case that changes anything. Not that I'm thinking it will, but you know, it's always good to just keep on checking these things, and just in case something does change and we have that option of possibly getting a new deal. New deal for YouTube Premium has been rejected. What about Vimeo? Probably will get rejected. Let's try both of these. Ustream rejected and Vimeo rejected. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that, to be honest, because right now we've got a good deal here with YouTube, but we've got a pretty damn good deal with YouTube here, actually. I'm very happy with the deal that we have with them, and we are getting a lot of coverage. Almost 30,000 people watching our product, if I mind rightly. Yep, 27,000 watched that one. So we have a lot of people watching the product, and I'm happy enough with that, and we've just upped the value, so hopefully the product looks better overall. Production value looks better overall. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to end this video here. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, see you again. Goodbye.